I really miss events in UK theme parks. I'm talking Oktoberfest, Mardi Gras, park vibes. And if you haven't noticed, over the past couple years, we have had nothing apart from the normal Halloween events like Fright Night, Scarefest, you name it. And it's really got me thinking, why haven't we been given any UK theme park events recently? And I'm talking main theme parks like Alton Towers, Chessington, all the Merlin parks. And I have the answer to that, but it's not great. Now, a couple years ago, Merlin Entertainment's the company that own all the big parks in the UK, basically let go of their entire entertainment team. And now, currently, they outsource their entertainment from like different companies outside of Merlin. And that's the biggest factor as to why we haven't been given any UK theme park events this year, apart from Fright Nights. Basically, keep in mind anything that I'm talking about, we still have Fright Nights, so anything outside of that. And that's such a shame because genuinely, I've only been to 2 Merlin parks this year, Chessington and Legoland, and normally I'd be at like 5 right now. But there's no like direct pull for me at the moment because I knew that if I went to Chessington like right now, it would be like normal Chessington, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. I love the park, but I just loved walking into a park and seeing all the decorations for like Mardi Gras, and then you'd come back to the same park a couple months later and there'd be like a whole different theme, a whole new event going on, and it just felt special. And it was a great pull to get returning customers like me and probably you watching this right now to go back to the park in the season, and that definitely worked on me because I'm making a whole video about this thing. I mean, one of my favorite days that I've had at like any theme park, it's definitely top 5, was at a controversial event at Thorpe Park called Park Vibes. Now, I don't think a lot of people like this event, and that breaks my heart because it was like my favorite event, but it was very simple. Basically, there was a load of like tie-dye flags everywhere. Every ride had its own custom music overlay. I'll put a clip in now of Flying Fish, I think.
Getting fishy with it. Nah, 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 nah. Getting fishy with it.
But I had Archie doing like a custom rap for all the rides. I'm a Score made a brilliant park soundtrack for the whole park that's never been released. Please release it, please. It was a very simple event. There wasn't a lot to it. There wasn't a lot of theming around. It was just like a good vibe for the whole park. And it was a summer event as well, so all the vibes were up anyway. Park vibes. And yeah, it just shows that you don't need like extensive theming to make an event at a theme park good. I mean, 90% of Park Vibes was an MP3 file. And it worked really well. And it was great. And I miss it every day. Yeah, it just feels to me that this year, apart from obviously the new rides that we've had, Paw Patrol Land, Bluey, the launch pad, there is no urgency to get me to a Merlin park with no events apart from me wanting to go on the rides. That's pretty much it, really. And there's an argument to be made that the events were getting too repetitive every year, like Oktoberfest kept coming back, but it's a good event. I mean, you wouldn't catch me saying that about Fright Nights, that it keeps coming back, because I want it to come back, but I'd rather take Oktoberfest for the 14th time in a row than no Oktoberfest at all, which we have at the moment. But I just think, like, I know Merlin are not doing great with money at the moment. That is one of the main reasons they let go their entertainment staff. But if you put the money into an event, it's going to get people coming in. I'm sure if you look at a normal May compared to a May with an event, I'm sure there's a spike in there somewhere. So yeah, I just miss them. I miss them a lot. And my final little point that I miss about not having any UK theme park events is that who remembers in rainy close season where you would kind of go on Twitter, just wait around, clicking on utter crap, and then you'd see a tweet from like Thorpe Park or Alton Towers that say, here are the events coming for this year, and they'd do a little fun promotional video. But it was like the hype for Fright Nights at the start of the year. It was like everyone was getting together, getting excited, and I miss it. I miss the little community feel of waiting for the event lineup to get revealed, and it was fun, but we don't have it anymore. But with all that being said, I asked you guys on Instagram and Twitter. I don't use Twitter anymore. I didn't ask you anyone on there. Instagram and YouTube, I asked you guys what you would like to see brought to a UK theme park event or brought back from the past to a UK theme park event. So let's read them out. We've got Owen who said Alton Towers Mardi Gras and Festival of Thrills. That is another event that I thought was a great idea. I don't think it's the same event that I'm talking about, but who remembers the Smiler Takeover? That was like a tiny little event at the start of the year. It was so good. It was so fun. I didn't go to it because Towers is 20 billion miles away, but it was basically all the rides had a little like Smiler statue or added theming to the ride, obviously themed to the Smiler, and it was so good. And it looked like they were going to do that every single year with a different ride, and it kind of just stopped. So very sad. But going back to Owen's point, yeah, Alton Towers Mardi Gras, I would love to see it come back. And Festival of Thrills. Digital Dan has said Oktoberfest Reborn. I think out of all the events that the Merlin Parks did, I think Oktoberfest was like a standout one to me. It's such a fun event. I feel like the UK kind of do it everywhere. At your local pub, they'll have an Oktoberfest. So it makes sense for an Oktoberfest in the UK. And you're getting the older sort of audience over. There's going to be beer there. Come on over. But yeah, I think it was a good event. And yeah, I'd love to see it come back. And I feel like it's been proven to be a good, fun event. So why not bring it back? You've probably got the theming for it anyway. So get some actors and you'll be alright. We need Carnival back at Thorpe. I completely forgot about Carnival. What a great event. It was so cool. And again, that's what I really like about the UK theme park events. They kind of did the first couple years with Mardi Gras, Oktoberfest, the ones that have been tested around the world. And then they thought, we're going to do Carnival. We're going to do Festival of Thrills. Stuff that's not really been done before. But again, it worked really well. It got people in the park and it was a good event. That was from Theme Park Thrills 3, by the way. Theme Park Stewart says, guys, hear me out. The Bjornen Festival, where there are roaming actors around the park, around Wicker Man and other points of the park. There would be a few scare mazes themed to Wicker Man. This would replace Pirate Takeover, forgot about that, with an overhaul Wicker Man theme of Mutiny Bay, as well as Tower Street and Spinball Whizzer. That would be really cool. Again, if we're talking like Merlin did it next year, I probably don't think they'd have the budget for that. But yeah, they kind of did that with Scarefest. They did like the Bjornen roaming actors and the scare area. What are they called? Scare Zone. I'm a fake fan. Yeah, that would be cool. Again, it's a bit like the Smiler Takeover, having one ride and sort of extending it over the whole park. But I really love that. It's kind of showcasing your rides and being like, we're proud of this one. Here's it everywhere. And again, it worked really well. So I'd love to see that. That would be very cool. And I'd love to see them like revamp Smiler Takeover 2.0, being like, it's back, but we're taking it seriously this time. Theme Park Ernie says Oktoberfest 100% vibes were great. And that's what I mean. It was such a feel-good event that I don't see why it went, apart from them having no staff anymore. And yeah, you'd walk around, the actors would come up to you with a beautiful German accent. Themed food as well, the lovely food stalls that popped up everywhere. It was so good. So yeah, Oktoberfest, definitely the top of the list so far. Everyone loved it. Please bring it back. Dylan says Mardi Gras and summer events are great to add variety throughout the year. Definitely. And again, going back to the Park Vibes point, a summer event is so good. I mean, when you go to Alton Towers in the summer, it's Alton Towers. There's nothing like special about it. It's Alton Towers, it's special. But you know what I mean? There's no like difference if you go this year and next year. Whereas with an event, you can be like, oh, I went to Alton Towers when the Wicker Man was everywhere in the summer and it was very fun. And it gets people wanting to come back. Like if your favorite ride was Gangster Granny or something, very bad example. But if they had a Gangster Granny takeover, it's getting the people who love Gangster Granny into the park. Louis Pooh says Minecraft. And now I completely agree with this point because I'm very excited for Minecraft World. But you say that, Louis Pooh, there is currently I'm going to say a mini event going on. It's on for about a month at Alton Towers and Gardaland, I think, where you can meet the Minecraft mobs I'm guessing, preparation for Minecraft World coming. They've got the Minecraft deal now, so they can do whatever they want within reason. And Alton Towers is pretty difficult to get to. It's quite far away, but I'm thinking about going to meet the mobs. So you can see it works on me. A little funny event where you can meet a creeper in real life, and I want to go. So yeah, that definitely works on me. Please. So yeah, stay tuned. We might head on down there. Coasting Through Life says the event would be called The event would be called Parks Collide, and it would be a summertime event where multiple different parks from around the UK would rebrand. For example, Portons Park and Alton Towers would both become Porton Towers, and both parks would sell some merch and overlay some rides with themes from that specific park. I feel like that would be a really cool way to show that other theme parks aren't always competitive about each other, and you can imagine a Nemesis and Flight of the Pterosaur overlay since they're both suspended coasters. Wow. I don't think that would be possible. However, that would be such a cool event. Imagine going to Portons Park and then you've got like the Smiler just standing there. That would be so cool. Again, I feel like it would work better with Merlin Parks because they have like the license for Nemesis Reborn and Hyperia. Smash them together. But yeah, that would be really cool. And I don't know why, but I always love going to like Thorpe Park and seeing a Chessington sign somewhere. But yeah, that could be a great event. Again, I think if Merlin had the money, it would be pulled off really well. And you could have like roaming actors with Nemesis walking around like Dragon's Fury. I don't know. But yeah, that could be a cool event. And hopefully one day, we can only hope. Capybara Coasters says Oktoberfest was peak. Definitely that one. Again, another vote for Oktoberfest. Merlin, if you're watching, bring it back. And then Portland's fan says, I would 1, bring back Oktoberfest and Mardi Gras. They were nice events to have before Scarefest. I agree. 2, do something like Twilight at the Towers and Alton After Dark, but for all the Merlin parks and Drayton and Portland's. Yeah, that would be great. And that's a very good point. It doesn't have to be a really highly themed event. It could just be, we're opening our hours until like 9 o'clock, so you can go on the rides in the dark. And I know Thorpe did that for like, I don't know how long they did it for. I think it was a week. I don't know. Don't hold me to that. But yeah, it's a great feeling being at a park late, and it doesn't really happen a lot in the UK until Universal come around. But yeah, that would be great. And 3, and most importantly, a kind of ride takeover for like a week where the whole park gets rethemed for a particular ride. Yes, I agree. Sort of like Festival of Thrills, Smiler takeover. I'd just love to see the Tower Street Frogs Wicker Manified. And yeah, I completely agree. I think that stands out as to one of the coolest events, and it's probably one of the most unique events Merlin have produced. Like a single ride all over the park. It's just special. It just makes it fun. You've got the ride already, so you don't need to add anything to it. And yeah, I think it would work really well. And I really want Merlin to bring back mid-season events. We need something, at least something. But yeah, let me know what you think down below. Do you want to see events return to UK theme parks? And if you don't, why is that? Why is that? I'm just praying we can see something new come to Alton Towers, Thorpe Park, Chessington, even Legoland. Bring Oktoberfest back, mainly. Such a good vibe, such a fun event. And yeah, thank you for watching. And finally, Merlin, if you're listening, bring back park vibes.